I really have it on. You didn't know you could play it on mute, did you? One chord. I hope it's not delayed. This will be the ultimate test. Guys, girls, women, children, ladies, species of all types, I want to be the first to welcome you to what we call, well, that's right. It's the Bob Doyle. It's the Bob Doyle. Now look, I have to just acknowledge all of you who are watching at this moment. We got Jorah and Nora. Jory. And you understand why this happens. I have a Nori and a Jory and a Nora and an Irma. It's going to happen, right? Am I right? Okay. So we got Jory and Nora and Irma and Kathy and Misty Lee. And Dawn has just popped in too. Now look, here's the great thing about that. Now first, no. Dawn is going to listen in her car, and that's proof. And I hope that Misty Lee gets in here because she responded yesterday. Now here's the first thing. It's the Bob Doyle Show. Hang on. You know what? I think I need this. Good. Thank you for affirming this, Kathy, because it was going to bug me. Not delayed. The rhythm is good. Jill says it's Magic Monday. Sure, let's go with that. I like it. We can go with Magic Monday. And Nora, well, she's ready for SpongeBob. Now, here's what I love about today. I've been talking for a while now about, one of the benefits, one of the side effects of being able to schedule the show ahead of time is that you can all come here early and gather around and talk amongst yourselves before the show starts. Like when you go to a show. And you're sitting in the audience, and you're sitting next to this guy. At first you were uncomfortable, but there's so many. The seats are all taken, so you got to sit next to a stranger. It happens sometimes. So nobody likes it. But you all at least you're on the same page because you're here to see the Bob Doyle Show. So there's a common thread. Like you already know this person, despite what they're wearing and kind of the smell, you're going to be fast friends because we share this bond, right? The Bob Doyle Show bond, the BDSB. That almost sounds, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Anyway, but today, like a minute and a half before the show started, I saw you all gathering, stating things like, feeling like SpongeBob, I'm ready, and Morning Bob, and all these things before I started. Guys, it's a dream come true. Do you understand what a landmark this is? Because, see, I envisioned it, and now, well, thank you for 10 minutes later. I'm kidding. I love you all with almost all of my heart. So, anyway, and if you're watching on YouTube, pop in, say hello. Just, I know there's no one watching, but, you gotta, Dagny loves SpongeBob, and I will prove it. I don't know why I feel like I have to do all this social proof. Anyway, so you're sitting next to this guy. Or girl. It doesn't, you know what? I don't want to get hung up on the gender thing. Can we just move past this? This is the year 2018. Hello? Anyway, I forgot where I was going with all that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I was hoping that when I referred back to the guy again and the smell that it would trigger whatever path I went down, but it didn't. So, sorry about that. Good. Thank you for calling this to my attention because I have heard about this, that people are, I love you all, and I appreciate more than you know the enthusiasm for your coming and being and getting a good seat and all that other stuff. But, Alberto got a ticket that puts him in a particular seat. And the thing is the skipping in line. I like to just sort of, all right, it's cool. See, look, Jim did it. Thank you, Jim. He was watching on YouTube. He answered. See, this is like the best show ever for me. Because dreams are coming true as a part of it. Anyway, don't skip in the line. There's, I'd love to say there's plenty of seats. I know there's not. It's one of the reasons we're going to Vegas, moving the show to Vegas, right? so that there's more seating, more capacity for the audience for the Bob Doyle Show. Look. Can't you just be grateful that you're part of a movement at the beginning, right? Let's just keep hugging each other. That's what this is about. I do change what it's about on an ongoing basis, but hugs is a consistent theme. So, I don't want to keep, I don't want my whole show to always be about moving to Vegas, because, God, that would get tedious. Oh, I know, we all know, Bob, we all know. But come on, grant me this part of it. This is just the beginning. I'm going to go in less than 2 weeks, probably. I'm probably going to head out in less than 2 weeks, which will cause major disruption to this broadcast, obviously, when I'm disassembling studios and putting them in cars and moving the cars to another state and then taking the stuff out. You know how moving works. So, but so obviously I'm excited. Thank you for saying so, Alberto. He was commenting because we just had the upgrades to the seats. Now, every time I do this, I'm in huge danger of forgetting what I was talking about. So we need to keep that in mind. But anyway, so I've got my initial excitement, and I hope that you guys will indulge me on that. And as a part of that, to kind of share the experience with you, what I wanted to do, what I had planned, was a great surprise. But, sometimes, hardly ever on this show, but sometimes things don't go the way you plan. And so what I was going to do is I was actually going to bring the realtor I was working with, not the realtor, the realtor, because that's the word, onto the show, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. I was just trying not to be too dorky and too just about me, but, just in the sharing. Hi, Marie. Well, Marie says I'm lagging on her computer. Am I lagging on anyone else's computer? Good morning, Sarah. I see you sneaking in there. Face! I'm looking at comments on two different things. Anyway, my realtor ended up not being able to do it because she's judging some sort of snowman melting contest, which I didn't even know was a thing. But I guess you play a little different in Vegas. But I'm thinking the logistics of this thing. I mean, I get the melting part. It's Vegas. But it's not even the summer. We're like, why a snowman? And then how do you get him in there? And what's the point? It's kind of like a sandcastle building contest, I guess. But the sandcastles, you're judging the artistry, and we all know the ocean's going to come. But the snowman melting, you're not even being judged on the snowman. It's all in how you're melting it. Oh, it's weird. Anyway, all right. So I got a little bit, because of the change in plan and the change in schedule. But anyway, she aligned a replacement, somebody else who works with her company, so I can still ask him the same questions. I did not, unfortunately, get his name, but we do have him here. Are you there? I'm here. Great. Can I just ask you your name so that I know how to address you? Yeah, right. My name is Tola McClendon, and I got a question for you before we begin. Okay. My question for you is why did they make me change shirts and put on this wig thing? Because I don't technically have hair. Yeah, no, well, we just have this sort of shtick we do when we bring in a guest that they have to wear the same shirt as me and try to make their hair look as much like mine as possible. Yeah, well, I'm not really understanding the point. It seems silly. It's silly. There's no question. No one's questioning the silliness of it. All right, so you wanted to talk about your house. I do. I'm excited about it. So I just an update, just sharing the little pieces to stay excited. I get it. I get your excitement. There is one thing I want to tell you before we really get too deep in the conversation, though. All right. The lease, your lease fell through. What do you mean? Yeah, it fell through. What are you saying to me? I'm supposed to move there in less than 2 weeks, and I'm just finding out that the lease fell through? Well, it's not going to change anything about you moving. What are you even talking about? You're saying my lease fell through? Yeah. Well, what are you... you know that... Yeah, okay, let's say you're driving the car and you got a stack of papers, right? And let's say the lease is on one of the stack of papers, and let's say you take a turn the wrong way, and the papers slide,
And then your lease, it just sort of fell through that little crack. You know, the crack, and it's really annoying because it's difficult to get stuff out of there because you got to kind of almost get out of the car and lean down on the floor.
So you're saying that there's nothing, my lease is fine. It physically fell through a crack in your car.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know that because earlier, see, I was eating peanuts, you know, because, you know, there's protein and it's debatable whether it's a healthy fat, but I'm eating peanuts anyway because I like them, you know, salted. And every now and then, you know, you drop them, they spill on the floor or whatever. And so some of those peanuts had also fallen through that crack. And so when your peanuts are oily, you know, they got oils on them.
Where is this going?
Well, you got oils on them. And so the paper, when it fell beside the, you know, it touched the peanuts. And so if you look closely at your leech, you're going to find maybe a little bit of oil on there or whatnot. But it doesn't affect anything.
Okay, so my lease, everything's good with the lease.
Oh yeah, you should be really excited. But I will say this to you too.
Okay.
I just went to the place and I did another walkthrough, and you're not gonna like it.
What do you mean I'm not gonna like it?
You're not gonna like it.
I already know I like it. I've been there. No, so no lag. Hold on, I'm just checking in. No lag. Drinking game. Vegas. Drink. Okay, cool. I'll get back with you folks later. I got to deal with Tolar McClendon. I already know I like it. I've been through it before. So what are you even saying?
Well, if it were me, I wouldn't like it because I'd be too busy loving it.
Oh, come on. Really? This is the setup? I'm sorry. You know what? There is a little bit of stress or whatever around this, I guess, and I don't mean to be taking that on you, but the way that you're phrasing things. Is there anything else?
I did do a property inspection. It's got a lot of bugs.
No, really? I saw one, like, dead, I don't even know what it was.
Oh, yeah, a lot of bugs there. I mean, it is the desert.
Well, do we need to, like, call an exterminator? I mean, there's certainly something we can do about that.
I don't know really what good that would do.
Well, an exterminator for the bugs.
Yeah, but, you know, the bugs are in the ground. There's not, you know, they don't really get in there and kill the bugs in the ground.
Actually, I think that they do that sometimes. But are you saying that they're not even in the house?
Oh, no, we got protection and whatnot. I mean, that's what exterminators are for. So, no, your house, inside the house is bug-free, but, you know, it's on this property. It's got dirt and all this stuff, and there's, like, countless bugs in there. I just thought you should know you're sharing the space with them.
I don't really think I needed to know that, because now that's all I'm going to think about. But, thanks.
And your refrigerator does not work.
I opened it when I was there. The lights came on. How do you know it doesn't work?
It's not the proper terminology. People say that all the time, but refrigerators, they run. So, your refrigerator's running, it's not working.
This is getting ridiculously tedious.
Shall I go on?
Sure, let's see what else you got.
All the stores around you that you're so happy about, the location you love, all the stores are closing.
They're closing. All of them.
Yeah, well, okay, a few of them stay open, but a lot of them are closing like at 11, and then some as late as 2 a.m., but eventually they're closing.
You know what? I know all this. Stores close. Is there anything else that you need to tell me?
No, I think I covered all the basics, all the stuff that was super important for you to know, and I'm just excited about seeing you April 22nd.
No. March 22nd.
Oh, no, April 22nd. That's when we have the 1-month celebration of you moving in. It's a thing we do in Vegas.
All right, you know what? I'm done talking to you. Let's catch up with your comments, shall we? I'm looking over here to see them. Oh, look at this. No. Lag much. Could be a drinking game. Okay. Lagging. Less not lagging. Sounds totally different guy. A mobster. What? Mobsters in Las Vegas? Loretta's here, and Deena. Loretta and Deena, they both in the room. That's not English. Okay, so look, here's what I have to say to you. You know what? Thank you. Face, let me tell you something about the Soupy Sales Show. I think, knowing what I know about this group, there's probably a good number of people who know what the Soupy Sales Show was, and there were many incarnations of it. But when I was a kid, it was on, I don't know, late. And he talked to puppets, and I think he did the same shtick over the years in various, formats or whatever. But I loved that show. And it was silly. And now that you're bringing it up, I'm going, I think that show had a lot more influence on me than I think. Because I used to tape that show on cassette and listen back to it. There was just something about his way. But now that you bring that up, I think you're right, Ed. Face. Arr. All right. I'm inundated now with, and you attract what you're thinking about. Okay, so I won't be thinking about, all right, because I said I'll be thinking. See, this is the whole catch-up with the, by the way, I got nothing else today, guys. Okay, so Denise is saying happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, Denise. Happy Monday to you. Let's sing it, shall we? Why not? Okay. So get your VCRs ready, and then you can tape this, and then post it on people's timeline, if you want to, on Mondays. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Don't catch on fire. Don't pop your tire. Don't trip on a wire. Happy Monday to you. See? Now, watch that go viral. Somehow I think it's lacking a certain viralness. There's just something about that doesn't say, oh, I got to share this with everybody. What could we do right now? What could I play? What could we do that's like, hands down, that's going viral? No pressure. I just want your best idea. What could we do? Things go viral. They show up on your timeline. It's somebody playing the. I need a 2.5-year-old kid, right? Going. And then everybody goes, oh, share with everybody. But if just the dad plays it, the adult, boring. He's playing a kid's song. How old is this person? What is this? Is this the Soupy Sales Show? Well, yes, Loretta, but, I know it wasn't full on. See, I want those little, where it's little squares. I just want to see instead. I want to see the coffee cup in the sunshine that she so lovingly put there. Thank you, Denise. Well, it may be a great Monday song, but I don't know that it's going to change lives. Because first of all, somebody'd have to edit it out. There's just no way that's working. So what are we doing? Bob Doyle sings Bruno Mars? I don't think that goes viral. People could get sick listening to it. See what I did there with the whole viral? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Cody playing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Now, if he was really playing, but like if I faked it, animated, I'd just be like, oh, some guy's trying to go viral. That's what that would be. They'd look at that and go, oh, he's trying too hard. Jim, I'm not sharing that comment on here. What do you think this is? What kind of show do you think this is? All of you will have to go to YouTube to find out what Jim said. Get your Uptown Funk on. Okay, I think we're headed in the right direction. Something that's just... It's not enough to do a cover that's not uke-like, because I've done countless of those, and they're not going viral. They're not even getting the sniffles. No, that's not enough. It's got to have a something. Like I'm gonna share a private. It's not private. I've told a couple people. This is one of those things I'm gonna share, and people will go, "Okay, good luck with that." Even you, Mr. Bob Doyle from The Secret. It's an outrageous goal. It is so far off the stratosphere. If you want to, I mean, that's the meaning I'm giving it, and that's when I tell you, I can tell you right now, when I tell you, there'll be some of you go, oh, that's cute. Not gonna ever happen. I know Ed Face will have something to say because he's a musician, I think. And, but there's 8 billion people on the planet. So here's the outrageous goal. And it's going to sound, your meaning machines are going to go off. And I get it. And I've recently revised this to make it a little more humane. But I'll share the original vision. Now, this original vision came to me, like, I don't know, back in 2011 or 12 or 13. I'd only been playing the uke for a few years, and I had no business making this vision at this point. But here's the vision. Now, here's the reason why. Okay, one thought at a time. Since when? Musicians give such value to the world. They do. Every song, when you hear a song and you like it, it's valuable. And the musician, it's a constant struggle with unless you become a superstar or whatever, earning a living, getting rich, if you will, becoming abundant and wealthy and famous and all the stuff and I have I don't know what I have, so I won't sit here and lie in your face right now, or to it. Okay. Just for those of you who had drifted off, I had an idea that using creative marketing, social media, whatever, to actually write a song on the uke. Now, obviously, it would have to be pretty catchy. Write a song on the uke, and from a grassroots effort, generate. Now, I'm going to tell you the original vision first and then how I modified it, okay? So just everybody relax when you first hear the first one, but the second modification isn't that much better, really. It's just more like so I can sleep at night. Generate $1 million. $1 million. Not just so that I can have $1 million, but yeah, okay. But to show that it can be done. That there are enough people in the world who, if you could, the right way, they pay $1 for your song. Maybe they get something a little extra, maybe a little added value, whatever it is. However you do it, you over-deliver, but $1, 1 million people. Now look, there's 1 million people in the world easily on the internet. It's just about, and music lovers in the whole thing. And they could give 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So you could get to the $1 million without even 1 million people. Now, that was the first version. It was pretty much just all about me generating $1 million. But it was not to see if it could be done, to show it can be done. But then it's like, okay, well, Bob, that's pretty self-serving, admittedly. So let's make it 2 million, and the other million goes to X, whatever, right? So basically, it's a matching thing. But we've got to get to the million. That's the thing. To show musicians around the world that you are valuable and that positioned correctly, you can communicate that value to people and they'll give you $1 for something that you spent heart and soul on and that contributes to them, that they can listen to, where they laugh, they smile, whatever your song does. And you don't have to do the record company thing and you don't have to do any of that stuff. Just grassroots, share. Why? What's in it for me? Oh, that? Okay, that's cool. I'll do that. I'll do 10. You know what? I'll just throw 100,000 at it right now because I got it sitting burning a hole in my pocket. And I like the ukulele. And I believe it should be valued. That's what they sound like when they talk like that. All right. And Steve, see, right? And you too. All the musicians. And then what we do is we generate, of course, a website, and then it gets messy, because then people start yelling, it's a pyramid scheme! What? It's only the guys at the top! So we won't do that. We're just going to keep it simple. We're going to do $1 million for some awesome charity and $1 million for me for thinking of it. Look, I'm moving. I gotta fill my house up with apartments. That's not how you talk. That'd be funny. Go and buy $1 million worth of... Look, I'm not that person on any level. So it would be just that I would do that. get $1 million from playing the uke and then buy furniture with it is so impossible to ever happen. Anyway, I'm amused by it. I think you have to be me to really fully appreciate how absurd that idea is. See, Alberto Ruiz, he likes composing songs. So just how do we get in front of 1 million people? Just 1 million people. Not even. Okay, you know what? 500,000. $2. But what are you going to do to sweeten the pot? How do you do it? But there's a way. I'm telling you guys, there's a way. This is not impossible. And I'm going to say it's not even hard. It's just finding the right idea. Right? I mean, how often do you drop $2 on an app and then never use it again? Just because you were curious about it, right? $2. $1. Right? You do it because you've been programmed that it's no big deal. So it's all about how you got to that moment of the decision of spending $1 or $2. So it's really just about how, okay, if I want to do this with this ukulele song, how am I going to get that song in front of them in such a way that they go, oh, $2, yeah, no problem. As opposed to, hey, this guy you'd have never heard of just wants to get $1 million, pay it, right? No one's going to do that. So believe me, I don't have any, I know there has to be value. So what do? Alberto said, oh yeah, man. Check this out. All right. Okay, so if you're having lag issues, folks, or whatever issues you might be having, Refresh saves the day. That sounds like a commercial. Refresh saves the day. And in the 70s, it would have, Refresh saves the day. And then there'd be all these scenarios. So let's see. Well, first of all, what is Refresh? Now, Refresh, it could be a deodorant. It could be a soap. It could be... Now, it's going to save the day. So what does Refresh do? Come on. I tell you what, I'm going to make a deal with you. If you tell me now, if we can work together creatively, right now, you tell me what Refresh is and what it does. I will create a commercial for Refresh that has the slug line, saves the day. All right? But we're a team, you and I. So come on now, Refresh saves the day, right? But what's it saving? How's it saving it? What is Refresh? I need input. And I have to wait for 30 seconds to get any kind of and then you have to think about it. So it's not like I get no instant gratification. But look, I should be grateful. We're doing live things at all. How great is that? All right, let's see. What do we got? Wait a minute. Scratch and sniff rude clips in cards. Rude clips in cards. I mean, obviously I know what she's talking about in terms of the scratch and sniff. I have them all right here. If you guys missed those episodes, this is the fireworks scratch and sniff. So we still got that project to do. Everything's falling under the umbrella of once I get to Vegas, right? It's a mouthwash. Refresh saves the day. Okay, hold on. I got to write this down. So I'm going to just write down various ideas. I think we're going to go a couple of minutes late here, but I'm going to wrap up. Refresh, mouthwash, sure. What else? Getting the junk out of the trunk is refreshing. So yes, it could be a laxative. See, that's more my humor. Oh God, now I got to tell you, obviously Refresh saves the day, and that it is a laxative just makes my heart sing. And but I don't know how I do that in any sort of a tasteful way. But that's where creativity comes in. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, well, I'm just gonna okay, wait. Oh, Refresh actually is an existing product, Sarah says. Okay, well, all right. Now, just the fact that came from Sarah tells me all I need to know. But it's easy enough to fill in the blanks. Okay, but I think I'm gonna go to. I like Refresh. It's just so beautifully wrong for a laxative. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a done deal. I don't know how I'm gonna do it exactly, but I really don't know how I create a video that I could play and post that is this. I mean, I know they're doing crazy things with poopery and those other things. They're pushing the boundaries. I could probably do it. Refresh your loo when you gotta go number 2. Or a mouthwash. It's a mouthwash and a laxative. Oh yes. We're hearkening back to Saturday Night Live. New shimmer is a floor wax. No, it's a dessert topping. New refresh is a laxative. No, it's a mouthwash. I am so happy right now. All right, well, watch your local listings. Refresh. Wait, what is it exactly? Refresh. Refresh saves the day, right? I gotta find it again. There it is. Refresh saves the day. Watch for it. It's gonna change your life.